Don't worry if you don't know what you want to do at this early stage. I'm 36 years old and I still don't know what I want to do. I think try and think about where your strengths lie. Try and think what you can offer, what you actually enjoy, and then tailor your searches around that. Administration was my kind of key strength. So I looked for jobs in that kind of field, or working in an industry that has an impact on me as a grassroots football player, something which I'm really enthusiastic about is such a rush. I'm Stuart Richmond. I'm Business Operations Manager at the Football Association. The typical tasks, responsibilities for my role include communicating with 50 of our county football associations around the country, project support internally, leadership. I manage a team of 3 coordinators within our division of about 70 people, and also county football association engagement sessions where we put on events for chairs and chief executives around the country. A day in the life of includes reading, replying to emails, meetings internally and externally, stakeholder management, also leadership with regards to the 3 coordinators that I am responsible for, and also a lot of kind of administrative tasks such as business planning, project support. The key skills required for my role, the main one is communication. You're working with a lot of different stakeholders from around the country in a lot of different roles. Organisation, time management, leadership, I would say collaboration is a big one, both internally and externally with team members and people from outside the business, and also problem solving as well on a daily basis. So entry routes into this role, as a minimum you would expect 5 GCSEs, A to C grades, possibly some kind of qualification, GMVQ in a business administration. It's always useful to have a project management qualification such as Prince 2, and employers will often put that down as a desirable. But I would also say IT proficiency is a high requirement for the role as well. So when I left college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do career-wise, but I did know where my skill set was and what I actually enjoyed doing, which was organisation, processes, things like that. Administration was my kind of key strength. So I looked for jobs in that kind of field. I started out as a kind of claims administrator for pensions in the civil service in Blackpool, where I'm from, before moving down to London, where I became a personal assistant within the Home Office in the Identity and Passport Service. From there I moved here to the Football Association before going on to a different kind of role in kind of training, administration, engagement events in the city, before coming back here, back at the Football Association as an operations manager. Different ways of applying for business administration roles. You can join a recruitment agency. I've done that in the past, and I often find that they have good relationships, a good network of employers, and you might find it easier to get a placement that way. You can also do the normal internet searches where you can tailor your skill set to different kind of roles. I found that useful as well in the past. Alternatively, you could try an apprenticeship. Here at the Football Association, I know we have an apprenticeship program that runs for 12 months. You get a good broad experience across the company and get involved in some good projects that will give you some good standing going forward. You can find that at jobs.thefa.com. University or apprenticeship? Personally, I didn't go to university. It didn't appeal to me when I was growing up. Instead, I went straight into work and found it really beneficial to kind of get a good grounding in an office environment. So for me, I would have to say apprenticeships are a really good way of getting into work and getting yourself into those day-to-day experiences that you'll need going forward. In terms of salary expectations for entry into an administrative role, you would expect to probably get around about 20,000. Obviously, this would depend on the sector that you work in. 20 to 30,000 would be expected. Obviously, as you move up and you get more experience doing lots of different roles, again, dependent on the sector, public, private, not-for-profit, these salary bandings will kind of widen. So it could be anywhere from 30 all the way through to about £80,000. So what do I enjoy most about my role? I think having or working in an industry that has an impact on me as a grassroots football player, something which I'm really enthusiastic about, is such a rush. You know, coming to work in a football stadium every day, it still kind of takes your breath away as you're walking down Wembley Park steps every morning and looking up at that great arch. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined doing something like this when I was working back up in Blackpool. But here I am. I would say that working here in the Football Association, the people are actually absolutely fantastic. I think anyone who ends up leaving the organisation states and mentions that the thing they'll miss most is the people. You've got a lot of fantastic people here who are looking to work on the same wavelength as you, and you're all working in the same direction. The best advice that I could give to someone starting out on their kind of career journey is to try everything. Another thing is to don't worry if you don't know what you want to do at this early stage. I'm 36 years old and I still don't know what I want to do. I think try and think about where your strengths lie. Try and think what you can offer, what you actually enjoy, and then tailor your searches around that. Once you're in the role, make sure that your employers remember you for the right reasons. Be proactive, work hard, and offer your help wherever it's needed in order to gain vital experience that can carry you forward going on in your career.